Hello everybody, it's Stylosa from UnitLost.com, and we are taking a look at the Heroes of Might and Magic 6 closed beta. Now, the way to get access to this beta is to pre-order the game, and there you go, you can download the beta client. So yeah, as you can see, it looks very much like Heroes of Might and Magic, as you would expect it to look like, you know, like Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Unfortunately, I never really played Heroes of Might and Magic. I did play a bit of Heroes of Might and Magic 4, not all that much of Heroes of Might and Magic 5. To be honest, I think I was a bit disappointed. I think it's safe in saying that almost all of my Heroes of Might and Magic playtime went directly into Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Absolute pure kingly game. If this game's the same, then, well, you know, just with better graphics, my god, I'm absolutely sold, and it'll be absolutely pure yet again. So yeah, let's take a look at it. Enough of me talking about garbage, let's get on with what the hell I'm doing. So as you can see, it still looks the same as Heroes of Might and Magic 3. You still recruit your troops, although that previous screen with the necropolis on looked a bit iffy. If that's the town view, that's not very good. Pretty dodgy. I think this is the morality window as well. Obviously, not much to be had there because we've just started a game. Dear, oh dear. So as you can see, it's totally the same. I mean, you move your hero around the map, you end your turn, the other players take their turn. With it being the beta as well, or the beta, if you want to pronounce it that way, there was only one faction selection, which was Necropolis, who are like the undead chaps, you know, like the guys who were dead. So how can they lose? I've always had issues with that. How the hell do undead lose? They just can't die. Anyway, as you can see, right, you can either attack. Well, we were so odd, so absolutely odd that they wanted to run away. Really, I should have chased them down for the experience, but I didn't have time for that, so I'm like, no, I'll just carry on. And it's the same system with the, as you can see, the resources at the top, the wood, the ore, the crystal, and all that stuff, and the gold. And I'm sure you used to get pot, as I used to call it, in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Terrible. So this is the combat, yeah? It just looks like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 with better graphics. I mean, you just can't go wrong. So this monster, I think it's a wraith, or no, it's a ghost, sorry. It's got an ability where it can heal, and also it can either cast a spell, so it's a spellcaster, or go into attack. You can see I've got no spells because I've just started the game. I haven't got a what you call it, like a mage tower or anything in my base. So, bad times for me. As you can see, I totally wasted that by casting it onto that skeleton, onto that ghoul, because I thought, oh yeah, it'll buff him up, but no, it just heals him and affects monsters around him. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, as you can see, the graphics look a lot better than the older Heroes games, even 4 and 5. I think that looks a little bit iffy, the animation there on the skeleton throwing in the spears, but even he looks fairly decent. Let's get in and have a closer look. Give him the touch of death. The bad touch. Whoa! Now this always used to frustrate me. I'd click on the wrong square, so I'd move like one square, then attack the monster when I should just attack the monster. Dear oh dear. It's a bit of a shame that I've got no spells on my hero, because the good old, what was it in Heroes of Might and Magic 3? Magic arrow. Didn't everyone have the magic arrow? Boom! What a beast. I don't know why that guy'd have good morale. I mean, he's clearly outnumbered and we've slaughtered one of his stacks, one of his boys. Well, about 10 of his boys, wasn't it? Dear oh dear. Yeah, so if you right click on the monsters, your own and the enemies, it brings up the information sheet and tells you about them. What I have noticed is, a bit later on, it does actually class monsters as elite or core, so you can kind of tell if they've got any worth or not, but you can generally tell by the way they look anyway. You've seen Necropolis core creature. And it's still got the same mechanic with the ranged attack, you know, where you get the full arrow if you do full damage, or the broken arrow because it's out of range. Looks like my ghost feeling, oh, funky. So you get like it's almost like an execute. Well, I don't think it is an execution screen. It's more of like a critical hit thing. Or you're about to do a ton of damage. Because you'll see it go off later on in the recording. If you can't tell already, I'm actually for the first time ever doing the voiceover after I've done the recording, because I do believe I can talk more and give a more detailed overview. So we've won. What an absolute shock. Of course we've won with Kings. So you can see the XP we've gained. That restart button, what's that? Restart the fight? I'm guessing it is. Maybe it's a beta thing, I don't know. So we've got ourselves an ore pit, which is funky. Also, wasn't there red crystal as well in Hero? Yeah, there was, wasn't there, in Heroes Might and Magic? Was there? I don't even remember a blue crystal. Anyway, this is as you can see, is the town. Now, this is where you build the building. So obviously, I can recruit the ghouls and the skeletons now. But the actual town screen itself, well, look at it. What the hell? I can only hope that that's something to do with the beta, and they're actually going to produce a proper town screen. Because you know, I liked going in and seeing a massive town develop, not just a little bloody picture. Look at it. So, the Hall of Heroes is basically the tavern where you recruit the new heroes from. I suppose it depends how you want to play the game, but generally it's better to get a ton of heroes out and go and explore the map. But the way this map is, I mean, you can only select the one map. It's kind of sectioned off by the harder monsters, so you can't actually like break out of your base. It's almost like a rush protection if you think about it. You know, you have to wait until you're hard enough to break out. So having a load of heroes is kind of like, well, I felt it would be a bit counterproductive. I ended up using the hero I'll pick up now is just basically a mule, just ferrying the units from my necropolis to my main hero. Come the end anyway. I mean, I do use it to go around and clear out some of the crapper monsters. So pursue. Should always pursue, because I'm pretty sure that you get the experience for killing the monsters. Never let them just run away. Well, they must have high morale if they're getting if they're feeling all, well, high morale-ed. It's not even a word, is it, son? Have a slap, you're crazed. Oh yeah, this was another thing as well. The camera will just zoom in and out on the centre of the map. It won't actually pan. Now I'm guessing again, because it's beta, that'll be fixed. I hope it will, because you'd want to zoom in and watch the combat, because some of the monsters a bit later on, they do look funky. Again, what's with the high morale? I mean, you're getting battered. There's 4 of you left against what, 38 or something? I mean, what the hell? Well, not anymore. We just lost a lad. Yo, there's an example of me clicking the wrong side, where I should have just hit it the closest side, got it over and done with. Instead, no, I wanted to just carry on the fight a little bit longer. So we've gone up a level. Fantastic. So now we can issue... This is obviously different than Heroes of Might and Magic 3. You can issue like traits, and like when I eventually click on it, come on, son. There we go. So you've got like, it's almost like a little bit of a like a talent tree sort of thing. Like you get the different styles, you get the tactics, the war cries, the warfare, the defense, and whatever the other one is. It escapes my mind. So this just adds like another layer of complexity to it, which is pretty good. I mean, I like the hero games anyway, so it's going to be kind of biased off me. I just, you know, this is an instant buy for me. I actually remember for Heroes of Might and Magic 3, I had loads of like the standalone mission packs. I think each race had one. Well, there were quite a lot. But I do recommend you pick up Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I think it's on GOG.com. $10 or something like that. It's not expensive, but really good game. I mean, when was it released now? Whoa, 1999 I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 1999. Yeah, do you see that then? I click retreat. Now that retreat thing is pretty iffy. Because it means that you can commit to combat and then just think, oh no, what have I done here? Just retreat. Whereas in the older Heroes, it was like, oh dear, I've made such a dire mistake, I'm now going to get wiped out. That's how it should be. None of this, oh, just retreat, just retreat. No, you should get smashed. I don't agree with that. Yeah, always remember to get the campfires. Ain't Kappa a sports make? I'm sure it is, ain't it? From Italy. Well, apparently it's a monster or a group of monsters, whatever the hell they are. See, so the combat early on in the game is kind of similar and repetitive because the monsters are not exactly very varied. They're just there to prevent you getting access to the you know, the ore mines. Basically, they're like creeps, so you can just get experience through killing them and provide you with a little bit of early game entertainment. See, it's fine now that the combat's going on in the middle of the screen because I can zoom in. There we go, that's how we should use the ability. Heal the tank, kill the monsters around him. Here we go again with the high morale. What is that about? With a good morale, as it says in the combat text for old Kappa. I mean, the odds are against him massively. They shouldn't have high morale, should they really? No, that didn't help him, did it? He give me the funky little scream where he's going to do a crit on me and I just slashed him down like he had no worth. Bad times. Keep collecting all the goodness on the map. Don't attack them because it will high threat and they'd absolutely murder me. Same thing. I mean, you can kind of tell if you look at them on the map, they look a bit beefy, don't they? It's like, no, you don't really want to attack them. Not when you haven't finished a week and been able to recruit more monsters. Excuse me. The multiplayer for this game as well is like very kind of LAN orientated, if that makes any sense. I doubt there's any much of, you know, like a competitive scene because it would just take so long to finish a game. It would be a laugh. So I mean, it's only really best played against mates. The hot seat multiplayer mode is how I used to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3, namely because my internet connection in 999 was a joke. I think I had a 56k fax rancid modem or something. Did I even have that? You know what? I think I had some kind of pay-as-you-go internet where you had to pay per megabyte or something. It was rancid anyway. But the hot seat thing is basically you just take it in turns on the same computer as the hot seat suggests, and you go at it like that, and it's you'd have to get the other person to look away. You don't want them looking where your heroes were, cheating bastards. But they do it anyway, and you couldn't stop them. Terrible, terrible damage it'd be in the end. But it would be more suited for, you know, playing your mates, saving your progress, coming back. Because I mean, I would get addicted to playing absolutely massive, you know, the really big maps, not the small ones, the massive ones with the underground, subterranean levels and everything. Like totally massive. You'd need like days to complete a game. These goblins are a pain up the ass. They keep moving and then attacking. And it's like, I mean, he's just had his move there. And he's having another move. I'll tell you what, that's cheating, son. I tried to block him in the corner, but it doesn't really work. He just walks out. Give him the old touch of death. The bad touch. Dear, I mean, there's probably an auto combat option. I think there is down the bottom right if you have a look there by the dagger icon. I don't actually click it. Maybe I should have done, but I think it just plays the combat out automatically on your screen and you still watch it. There's not like an auto battle feature like in what's that other game I've been playing? King Arthur, that had one. There should be. I think there probably is, but again, I should have checked it instead of rambling aimlessly at you. But it still gives you an idea of the actual combat. You know, you can see the animation of the different styles of monsters, and it does get better as the recording goes on. Winner. Boom. Looks like we're going to get ourselves a sawmill now. The wooden ore. And there's a lot of crystal on the floor. I don't think I come across a crystal mine which is gutting. Everyone loves a good crystal mine. This is me trying to work out why the hell can't I buy the second tier. Well, if you look at the necropolis at the top, it's got an arrow on that previous window, and you have to actually upgrade the necropolis, so, you know, like upgrading your town hall in the older games. I do eventually work it out though. Some of the monsters are flagged modest as well, and I've worked out that that just means they're crap and you'll kill them. I thought, well, okay, a modest threat is like, excuse me, not a major threat, is it? You know, it's kind of like a medium threat. But it was like, no, they may as well have just been low threat because there were didn't really pose any kind of trouble. Can you see the necropolis arrow? Where under Algary, the name of the town. That's what I needed. That's what I needed then. If only I could speak to myself in the past and say, look, Mr. Stylosa, that's what you needed. But no, it's too late for that. Also, I had to stop myself playing this as well because I would just keep playing it and playing it and playing it. And when the game comes out, it would have lost its magic. Bad times for me. So I had to stop myself and say, no, no more. I mean, there are a couple of little bugs. I mean, there's no portrait for some reason of my hero. Yet there is for the one I've bought. But, you know, it's beta. You get crazy things like that going on. So this was a modest fight. But, you know, I switched my army. I gave all the army to my main hero. And really, I think that Sentinel, I think the Sentinels, is like literally as hard as my Ghost. And I've got 37 Ghosts. So it's like, As you can see, what I did is, because I was a little bit scared, I thought, oh, maybe they're going to be quite worthy. I'll just protect my ranged. The funny thing is, I've only got 8 skeletons and they're like totally crap. But I was like, I'll protect my ranged. But no, I should have just gone out and attacked him. As you can see, I've made up for my horrid mistakes and I've gone out for him. Give him the bad touch. Oh, yeah. See, I mean, 8 of them died then. Terrible. Send the ghouls in who look like some kind of undead Wolverine style thing. The animations on the whole do look pretty good though. This spear chucking one's a bit dodgy. The ghosts as well seem a little bit lame, but the ghoul looks pretty good, and that sentinel guy when he attacked was, you know, funky. So heal up my ghouls, send them back in again. I should have just attacked the sentinels with my ghosts. It would have been more effective, but whatever. I think the only recent game which has really come close to Heroes of Might and Magic 3 has probably been King's Bounty. In terms of the way the game played, although that had a lot more quest elements to it, that game did. And that's a decent game as well. I mean, if you're into the Hero series, then I'll suggest you go and take a look at King's Bounty. I think, unfortunately, Steam was selling it ultra cheap in the Steam deals, but obviously not now because they're gone. Well, it's the last day. So this hero's obviously got no army, so, you know, she needs to go back to the base and just sit there and wait. And not attack monsters that are classed as deadly. That's not how we roll. See, it was kind of a little bit confusing to me at the time this window was, because I was like, what the hell is this? I mean, there's arrows pointing down, so to me that indicates that you can access the second tier. But I think all it's saying is that you need the building above to build this, but to be able to build that, you have to upgrade your town. You know, but I'll work it out in the end. So I've picked up the market. I mean, really, I shouldn't have really bothered with the market. I should have just upgraded my town. Get more tax income and all that good stuff. Was it me, or did the gold bars look silver in that market interface? Crazed. Now these Kenzi, or Kenzai, they have got nice animations on them, these lads have. They're like lizard samurais, crazed. Now you can tell they've got a bit of worth about them. They're actually elite monsters for, what faction are they? Sanctuary elite creatures. And as you can see, my ghosts are Necropolis core creature. So if it's a core creature, it's just a, you know, run of the mill. You'd expect loads of them in an army. You know, late game armies that have like hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of the skeletons and the ghouls and the ghosts and all that. Obviously less of the elite units. It's a nice attack animation they've got though. Zoom in for a bit of a closer look. The garbage skeleton chucks his first spear makes no like impact on the monster, and his second one does. I mean, look at that. My Ghoul's got no chance against that chap, has he really? Let's face it. Oh, he's going to town on him. What's going on here? What? I can't really blame these lads for having high morale, but the thing is, there's 37 ghosts there. The ghosts would kill these on their own. Oh. Oh, dear oh dear. So that wasn't that good. I mean, their standard attack animation looked better than that. The Ghoul's in a bad place. Look at him. He's in between both. Oh, dear oh dear. Oh, oh. He's getting absolutely shoveled. What the hell? But yeah, look at me with a comedy heel. Oh, don't worry, mate. I'll fix you up. Oh. Goodbye, skeletons. Oh, only one died. That's not that bad. See, the combat can tend to drag on a little bit at these points in the game because literally, you know, you're just attacking blindly. There's no strategy involved. You're just going in and attacking. I suppose you could argue that the only little bits of strategy I've got, because I've got no spells on my hero, is the spell the ghosts have got. You know, the resurrection and the heal and the AoE damage thing. And moving my range units so they're either within range or out of melee range, so or melee range. As the game progresses, you'll get loads of spellcaster monsters. They'll have different spells they'll cast. You'll have loads of, you know, spells on your hero. You'll have loads of bases to manage. You also get areas on the map where you can recruit monsters from. I should have killed them, really, I think. Unless that actually gave me the experience for that then, because I did level up. So maybe it does just give you the experience when you just let them run. So as you can see, this allows me now to then spend more points into like the talent trees, if you will. So I'm just putting them into warfare. Now gold, the chest, it's... Do excuse me again. Always take the experience out of the chest unless you really, really need the gold. Now this is interesting, the arena, because if you read that, you'll have to pause the video because I think I click off it. But you can basically take part in fights, but you won't lose your army, which I don't know. Is that a good or a bad thing? I think that's a bad thing to me, because I'd rather have the risk of, you know, oh, there's a high reward, but I could lose my army, instead of having, you know, oh, it don't matter, I'll just keep attacking them over and over again. Removes the risk element of the game. That's what the game's about, really, about risk, if you think about it, because it's like, shall I move my army out? Will I be able to take their, you know, one of their bases off the enemy before they get to my base? Can I leave my capital unguarded? Blah, 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 and all that stuff. I think I finally click now and think, oh my god, there's the arrow. No, I don't. I upgrade my skeletons. Fair dues. So a modest creature again. Haven Elite. So I'm thinking to myself, modest. Well, I wiped out a modest monster before. Well, a modest stack, so I can probably wipe these out, and it is kind of the same thing, but these look absolutely solid. Like, the graphics on these models look insane. It's like, what the hell? You're riding a horse made of holy light. Look at the shields as well. The detail's pretty good on their models. I do like that. See, they're going to retaliate. Didn't even kill one that hard. Smashed me in the face. So I think these are just like the cavalry of old from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. If I remember rightly, actually, weren't they the second hardest for the castle faction? I think they were, weren't they? And then Angels came after them. Crazed. Managed to kill one. It's a result. For my troubles, two of my ghosts get smashed. In the bottom left of the screen as well, you'll notice like the card thing, which shows you what's going to take the next move. You know, so you can plan ahead and think, I know that my skeleton's going to have a go after my ghouls and ghosts have had a go, so, you know, maybe I could move him there. Like, you know, you can move him into defensive positions. Also, right above the active portrait, there's a 2 buttons, and that's obviously like defensive stance. The shield one. And the helmet one is basically pass your turn, I think. So you see how they even had a nice death animation on them. It was funky. I mean, so I have took some fairly heavy losses off these, but they are, you know, pretty hard monsters. I mean, look at him. You can't mess with that lad. What a sad way to go, killed by the ghouls. What's that, like the second worst monster I've got? Bad times for that. Chappie, gone, been slashed. Yeah, always experience. And I got 1 defense off that from visiting the armsmith. There's usually loads of places like that around the map. I mean, when it comes down to it, the game's about exploring as fast as possible, collecting all the resources as fast as possible, and then, you know, taking the right gambles, because there comes points where it's like, will I be able to take that creep on? If I do, then I'm going to get a big reward from it. You know, I might get an artifact that's quite powerful that's going to help me out against the other player-controlled or non-player controlled heroes and their factions. Obviously, if you get it wrong, you take massive losses, and it can be quite bad then when they come knocking at your castle door and there's a bit of a siege going on and you've got no answers. They're asking all the questions and you've got no answers. Monsters also randomly spawn as well. I mean, we were way too hard for them, so they ran away. Actually, I did get the experience as well. I've just noticed it pop up, so it doesn't really matter if you attack them or don't. Grab the army off my mule. Good, good, good. You do have to be careful as well. I mean, if you just shoot ahead with one hero that's got loads of experience in all the levels, and the rest of your heroes are not very good, when it does come down to later stages in the game where you have to spread your power across the map, if you've got it all invested in one guy, then it's quite hard. Especially if there's different attack routes, you know, to your base, like, because there's very rarely just one way. There used to be a map I used to play all the time in Heroes Might and Magic 3 where you had a garrison at the end of the entrance to your base, so you could just load it full of loads of infantry, and like, you were basically unbeatable. But you know, in bigger maps, there's generally a lot of ways you can get to the enemy, so you've got to make sure you don't invest everything into one hero. You still, I mean, in my opinion, you still need a hero who's like the main guy or woman, but you've got to try and spread the love a bit, because it can be a bit easy to just think, I'm just going to give it to everyone. Now I've upgraded my units now, as you can see, the skeletons have been upgraded, the ghouls and the ghosts. I wonder as well, it doesn't actually show you in this recording I've made, but if you actually get any kind of different obstacles on the battlefield instead of just trees and bushes and statues, you know, something that actually affects you, you know, like or do you actually get bigger battlefields as well? I'd guess and probably say you don't get bigger battlefields than this. They're all the same size, but it would be interesting if there was like a larger scale battle. Maybe the castle siege is on a bigger map. I don't know. We don't get to see one anyway, so it's just all guesswork. What are they? It looks like they've got some kind of like blooded bog roll as a weapon. That's toilet paper for anyone who don't live in the UK. No, he's got nothing now. He's on the floor and he's all over. Demented, smashed. Look at all the piles of gold they had. Oh no, not enough movement points. The bane of any hero. You have not enough movement points, my boy. I think this is when I realised, because I'm like, should I get this Chamber of Necromancy? And I can't buy it, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then I look up to the top and I'm like, oh dear, there's a big arrow there next to the Necropolis town name. Oh, no, I just upgrade the ghosts. Okay. You got to be able to self-criticise as you've got no worth, my boy. Or my girl. That's my fatherly advice. Oh my god, I've finally realised. Now I've opened up the second tier of buildings now. Oh, that was interesting as well. On the Ghost, it looks like you could switch between them. It was almost like the upgraded version has different ability sets than the normal version. but I didn't have no gold anyway to upgrade them. Attack. You see, the Kenzai were a low threat, yet they wanted to attack me. I think it's only if they're trivial. And also, I don't know why the arrows went up on the bricks there. Did you see? I think they're just like strange bugs, and also there's a bit of the statue missing there. I mean, I'm not going to keep moaning about the bugs and whatnot, because it's in beta, you expect to see bugs. Especially if it's a closed beta. Or do you? Is this just a marketing exercise beta? Because, I mean, the only way to get access to it, unless you get a press invite, is to pre-order the game. So, yeah, you can be sceptical about that. Make up your own minds. See, they seem to have died a whole lot faster than last time when we had a little scuffle with them. Might be something to do with the 45 ghosts. See, it was kind of pointless that they attacked me there. I think, you know, I lost 2 ghouls, which is like, oof. Now there's an artifact there as well, which is totally useless to me because water damage spells are increased by 20%. I've got no spells and no water spells. I've got nothing. Take the experience, level up. So this is me again, just trying to decide what the hell to spend points on. It doesn't really matter all too much, you know, toughness. Yeah, let's just take it because I was going down the warfare route anyway. There'll probably be optimal builds for stuff like that, but you know, when you first pick the game up, you ain't got a clue what the hell you're doing, so you just spend your points anywhere. That's my philosophy anyway. You'll notice my necropolis looks a lot better now. I upgraded it as well. It's got walls, so when it gets attacked, you'd actually have the walls to block them off from just walking straight in. Or maybe it has the walls anyway, but you had no towers. Because I think, no, actually, no, that's wrong. In Heroes Might and Magic 3, when you had no walls around your base, if you didn't upgrade, if you were just like a village hall, I think it was, you had no defense. They could just walk straight in. Now these things, Dreamweavers, Reavers even. Dreamweaver, that's the web design thing from Adobe. They are quite hard. I mean, there's 16 of them, and they're elite creatures from the Stronghold. The Stronghold were like the, well, I used to call them like the caveman base. You know, the type of chaps who look like they're in the desert hundreds of years ago. So cavemen, you get what I'm trying to get at, or do you? I'm just talking crap. I just don't know. We just do not know. But they're spellcasters. You see, they don't come into melee combat. They just chuck horrid spells and wreck everyone. There we go. He's casting Sky and Earth. This is kind of a bit of a... There we go. So I've attacked an elite creature with a core stack with less numbers than the elite stack, and they've absolutely smashed the core stack. Now the ghosts would kill them on their own because there's so many ghosts. It's like he casts the same spell and it just has a random damaging effect or something. A bit of a critical hit off the old ghosties. See, there's still 9 left, and I have took quite a lot of losses, really. I mean, what did they have? 45 ghosts to begin with? Or did I have more? I think I had more than 45. It was over 40 anyway. See, I lost a ghost straight away for just attacking, and then it counter-attacked, and I lost 6 more. Smashed the skeletons. I think it's the magical effect, actually, that is put on them like a dot, is it, or something? again, with playing the game more, you'd learn what the hell is what, and you wouldn't just be sitting there going, well, I think it's this, I think it's that, blah, 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 blah. See, it's a little bit of a drag now, because you're just attacking them. Maybe I should have found out what the auto combat button did at this point, because it's like, yeah, you've won, but you're just exchanging blows until they die. Because there's no way I can minimise losses. It's just luck of the draw. You know, am I going to perform a crit on him? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Is he going to crit me? So I may as well just get it over and done with as fast as possible. I mean, the game already takes ages to play. It's not like you want to be there for any longer. Or maybe you would, I don't know. But I'm just here to conquer and win. Not exchange blows over and over again. See, this is like 24 against 24. It said it was modest. Now I'm pretty sure that those sentinels are the same as the ghosts, and it would just come down to luck of the draw, because I've got no hero abilities. If I had like damaging hero nukes, you know, like Magic Arrow or something like that, I probably would have took them on. Now you can see this, so you can switch between the different types of monster. Even though they're upgraded, they must have different. Well, they will. They'll have different spells. So you know, you decide which one to take with your army, or you take both. But you've got to remember, you can only have a certain amount of different units in your army. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. So that was Heroes of Might and Magic Open Beta. Remember to check out unitlost.com. Click on the big button that's appeared in the middle of your screen now on the video to subscribe to us. Make sure you check out our Twitter, which is twitter.com/unitlostgaming, and also our Facebook. Get on there and like our Facebook page, which is not twitter.com, is it? It's Facebook. It's facebook.com/unitlostgaming. We've also got a Steam group, so if you check out unitlost.com, there's a little Steam icon you can click on. It'll take you through to our Steam group. By all means, join that and join us in the chat. And I'll see you next time. Toodaloo, people.